finish the season.
Yep, and Tivoli Gardens is how they'll line up. Nicholas Clark will be in goal. In front of him, Raniki Anderson, Trevon McCain, Odine Pennicook and Shavar Campbell, Roisin Thompson, Romaine Bowles, Anthony Nelson, Horatio Morgan and Tikavin Garnett behind Devroy Gray.
And notice, as we look at Tivoli's formation, they play the 4-4-2 system with a diamond in the middle of the park. So those two wide players, Morgan and Thompson, will be tucking in to help the defensive play. But Morgan, we expect his attacking play to continue.
As far as Molynes United is concerned, again, a youthful setup as they begin their preparation for next season. Of course, these youngsters would want to make an impact, starting with Leon Taylor in goal, O'Neill Small, Akeem Stewart, Damian Thomas, Ricardo Phipps, Tyrese Winter, Marvin Emmanuel, Tyreek Sutherland, Nicholas Nelson, of course, Tyreek Wilson and Orain Ferguson.
And we expect this Molynes team to play the 4-3-2-1 system, a fairly attacking system. I think, as Coach Patrick says, he's given the license to his young players to go out and express themselves, and he has backed that up with a very attacking outlay and a fluent system if they play it well.
Welcome back to the UEJFF Captain Horsburgh Centre of Excellence as the first game of the doubleheader set to get on the way shortly. Tivoli Gardens, the team in orange, their traditional outfit. They're hoping for maximum points in a fixture against a team hoping to end this season on a high. Tivoli Gardens, they have been really strong defensively and really a hard team to break down, and they're hoping to press enough to stand a really good chance of getting that bye past the playoff stage and straight into the semi-finals. Molynes United rebuilding, a team in transition, but according to their coach Anthony Patrick, they have the chops to make a mark this afternoon, and it would be a small indication as to what is to come and what is expected from the team in blue this afternoon.
Yeah, you feel they'll want to do that last game out. I think they'll have to show a little bit. I think one thing, they won the game. Was a very exciting 4-3 finish with Humberland, but I think one thing they didn't do well, the game was just too open for too long for Tivoli when they were leading by at least 2-goal margin.
And that's not their coaching style, right? That's not the style that coach Philip Williams would have embraced, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so for his liking, as we heard assistant coach saying, they're going to have to try and be better defensively because they did concede 3 goals. But I think it was not just the defensive unit at the back there. It was just overall play of the team was just too open for too long. So we'll wait to see if they'll fix that going into the playoff or possibly semi-final berth, depending on how the results go today, because they definitely will need to do that if they're going to make a serious run. But they're looking ominous. This Tivoli team only lost once this season, Donald. So... and if not for the 3 goals conceded last time out, was having one of the best defensive record.
Yeah, the one time that they decided to express themselves, they conceded quite a few. But let's see what this match will hold as we're on the way here, and the team in blue kicking off. Already they've lost possession, Molynes United, but all eyes will be on Tivoli Gardens, surely one of the contenders for the title, and they'll be hoping to make a mark in this truncated season. I'm not sure how many teams would want that rest heading into the semi-final. Maybe not.
Maybe not, Donald. If you look at the regular round that is coming to an end today, each team over the duration of the round got a rest week, and only 2 teams have come from a rest and won. Yesterday, Harbourview made it 2 teams. I think Mount Pleasant was the only other team. It has been 5 lost and 3 drawn results from teams coming back from a rest. So it may not be. I think the coaching staff will have to do a lot to keep their team sharp.
Of course, Jamaica is in a lockdown, so the situation in terms of training, obviously not ideal. And of course, if you're not going to be playing matches, you You don't have the days to work with to train and prepare. And of course, if you're not playing, it's obviously not ideal for the teams.
Yeah, and I guess that's why we've seen that even teams going into the rest on a good run has come back and unable to win. Like I said, only 2 teams have done that, and you feel Harborview did it yesterday because it's a must, as we see Anthony Patrick there, as he says, just looking to see if his young charges show him enough that they can work with. We see their leading goal scorer there in Nelson, Anthony Nelson there. Sorry, Nicholas Nelson.
And he goes over to that left-hand side. The deliver inside the area, and deflection came through to Tyrese Winter, who headed over the top. I don't think he expected that, but it wasn't the best clearance from the Tivoli Gardens defense on that occasion, and well, he almost capitalized there, Tyrese Winter.
Yeah, he almost did so, but yeah, not expecting. But as they always say, once you get into the penalty box, you don't anticipate, you expect. And so you're always looking to get on the end of something. That occasion was caught just napping there.
Challenge here coming in from O'Neill Small, the right back for Molynes United, who limps away. Appears to be all right though. Somewhat. He's still limping. Tivoli Gardens haven't settled as yet their players. And Molynes United with most of the possession at the moment. They have a throw over on that far side. And again, they really seek to make an impact, even if it's not an advert, for next season as one of the teams to watch. Of course, there's no threat of relegation, so all teams are pretty comfortable with that fact. Oh, ball comes across to Winter. Can he do better this time? May line up a shot. And I don't know, I think he was in a couple of minds there, whether he wanted to cross at the back post. There were a couple other players inside the box. And in the end, he decided to go for the shot, and it was tame. Not a lot of power behind it.
Yeah, and didn't get around it either. Waited a long time before he pulled the trigger, as we saw here. Had a look across, and then he decided to go, but took his eye off the ball, and it just ran away from him a little bit. And by the time he made contact, it wasn't hitting through the ball, but just hit a small portion of it, and it just peeled off his foot. But he has got 2 good looking so far for this Molynes team early on.
They need more goal scorers though, Molynes United. They have scored 7 goals so far this season. Nelson has scored 5 of them.
that's over 70% of the teams. I struggle to think another team in this competition has one player accounting for so much of their goal.
But certainly not 70%.
Yes, for sure. We have leading the goal scoring chart across a chunk for Harborview, but definitely not 70% of their goals.
Although the weight of Lovell Palmer's free kick is probably at 70%.
I'd put it more than that, because if they had not that, then their season would be over pretty much.
Indeed. Lovely ball of field. He's done well to win it. He has a couple of players to aim for inside the area. And it's headed out. Good work at the back by O'Dean Pennycook. But Molynes, that's a handball, surely. Well, the referee says play on. Molynes United still with the possession. Twisting and turning, making his way through. Marvin Emmanuel plays the ball to the edge of the box. Threaded wide, needs a good cross. There are 4 to aim for. At the back post, it's headed away. Not convincingly, Tivoli Gardens doing all they can to get out of their defensive third, and it's proven to be a little bit difficult, and now they may come away with it. And they are streaming forward. Out wide. The captain looks up, has 3 to aim for. Trying to go over the top, but good defensive header by Ricardo Phipps. Still another chance. Ball inside the area. Headed towards the target. Yeah, but none of the power in that one from Horatio Morgan, seeking his 4th goal this season.
That was a vital interception from Ricardo Phipps, because had he not done so, then that would have fell very kindly to the hat-trick man from last season, from last game, Horatio Morgan. That was coming into him, and when it did come into him, it was way out, not a lot of power on the cross, and he would have had to generate a lot to try and beat goalkeeper Leon Taylor from that distance. But you know, it's a huge difference, and you can see the players taking the opportunity to get some some water in their system just to hydrate themselves. Is in the opening, Donald, as you mentioned, it was very hot here, sunny, 32 degrees Celsius, and really just a slight wind, nothing to really cool us down here. And we know what this turf does with when it's really hot.
Yep, and the underfoot conditions wouldn't help them. I'm surprised that Bowes is actually on the turf for so long.
Well, he's watering his boot there. You mean his backside sits on the turf for so long, in a black shorts as well. So, yeah, no, it's really hot and not comforting for these players. But we have to give them credit, though. They have done well.
They certainly miss the night games, don't they?
I would think so for this, that they're having to deal with the heat on this surface here. But also, I mean, I just don't know, when players play under the lights, they just give a lot more, you feel. It's just the whole atmosphere of it, and the fact that they don't have to deal with the heat and the condition of it, so they can really express themselves, and it plays at a higher tempo. So of course they would miss it, but we still have to give them credit because we've really seen some good games. And the last one between Tivoli and Humberland was a cracker. It was a real advert for this Jamaica Premier League powered by Digicel.
So to the 5-2 game yesterday, as Mount Pleasant got the better of Dunbeholden.
Yeah, Dunbeholden taking the lead twice and pegged back, and then Mount Pleasant just pulled away. It was just a case of who wanted it more, just the fact that the depth in talent with Mount Pleasant, and one Jordan Fletcher finally coming to the fore after so many years.
Again on this right hand side, Tyrese Winter trying to get there, 2 to aim for at the back post. Oh, he slips at the critical time, or in Ferguson, and it's going to be a throw to Tivoli Gardens deep in their own half. Molynes United, of course, playing not quite want and abandon, but they did get the thumbs up from the coach to express themselves out there. And it's always interesting to see what a club team in Jamaica looks like in expressing themselves. Well, he's lost the possession now at a critical juncture. A chance here, trying to control Devroy Gray, who got the shot off in the end, but it was always going to be difficult to beat Leon Taylor at the near post. Gray, of course, looking for his 5th goal this season. Tivoli Gardens' leading goal scorer.
And we see a situation there where just moments ago.
Well, here they come again. We'll get back to that in just a moment. It's played out wide. Oh, it's a handball from Horatio Morgan, isn't it? Yep.
And those are the position he attacked from the last time out. But yeah, we saw just now it was Tyreek Sutherland who really made a mess of it, dwell on the ball for too long, and was caught in possession. And we saw what that does for his teammate. He was facing up to his teammate with three Tivoli players around him, asking for it. The player just bypassed him. I mean, that's what you do. Your players have to have confidence in you, and that you help you again. Again, he has come for it, and they've bypassed him. And I guess it's because of the work he did when he was caught in possession.
Here's Tivoli Gardens again. Almost went through to Morgan there, the interception by Molynes United, and here comes Winter again. Had a little bit of space to operate in, and then couldn't quite control it. Raniki Anderson at the back for Tivoli Gardens.
Looks a bit overweight there.
Well, there's always been a big fellow, Dwight Jeremiah.
Looks like he has a little bit more on him in front of him.
Nice control there, Anthony Nelson on that occasion.
But I think, as you were mentioning earlier, Donald, we saw Molynes really starting well.
There's a handball there, referee says play on. Trying to get the ball across to Morgan, who's getting himself involved in a battle here and wins the challenge. Bowers finding Morgan. 3 players waiting inside the box. That's a good cross, and the header is straight to the goalkeeper.
Morgan really has good quality. His goals last week, but then also his passing.
Another delivery inside the area. 3 defenders were there, and it's an easy clearance for Molynes United. So the Gardens showing some quality here. They have settled into a rhythm now, and they're trying to dictate the pace. Ball sending it out wide. Campbell further up. That's too much from Campbell there over the top and behind for a goal kick.
As we look at Campbell there, a travelled player as well, a player that used to ply his trade with Village United in Trelawney and Savannah in Westmoreland, both of them defunct now. But we look at Morgan here. We spoke about his quality. We know of his goal scoring prowess. We saw it last week, but also his passing, and we saw he could have had a few assists last week as well, but that was a good cross quality. Just picked out the one player in the box.
Oh, that's easily handled there by Phipps.
Yeah,
coming across.
Gray was trying to go into a physical challenge, but he was always going to lose out.
Gray. Lovely ball to Morgan. Morgan inside the area. Morgan! And it's cleared by Molynes United. Again, Morgan proven to be a handful. And Tivoli Gardens still trying to press. Oh, he beats one. Looking for the additional yard of space, Thompson. Winning the header, or trying to. And the whistle goes as there was a foul inside the area. The call going in favour of Molynes United.
It's a beautiful play there from Tivoli. The pass from Gray just cut open in that half space and let Morgan loose. And he was looking for the shot initially to go back on his right foot. Didn't have that. Then he went to the byline, the goal line, just cut it across. Just cut out there by the defender. But Morgan proving himself to be a nuisance here today. A very good player, and his confidence level is just sky high at the moment. And Tivoli riding on that, just finding him at every opportune time they can.
Kane with the throw. Bowers receives it. Morgan is there for company. But Bowers is under pressure, and the last touch off him. He doesn't agree with the call. Bowers. But he'll get over it. Anderson winning that header. Picked up by Morgan. Morgan, oh, that's a lovely ball inside. It's with Gray. Gray surely to finish it. Oh, what a save. There wasn't a lot of conviction in the shot, mind you, but Taylor still had to make himself big to the night at Roy Gray.
Again, a good ball down the channel to Gray. And he made Gray's run to get that pass was good. He just went on the blind side of the defender and went across with his run. And they're just looking to catch Taylor out at the near post. I guess he was saying that he didn't have much option to go to the far post. If he chose to go with the left foot, which he did, would have to cut back on his right and look to curl something to the far post. Didn't choose that option, and Taylor was not going to be beaten at his near post.
The first option on his mind was to pass, wasn't it? And hence the hesitancy. Here's the delivery inside. It's headed away. Well, not too far away. And still an opportunity there for Nelson trying to get a boot in, but Tivoli Gardens, they still come back. Was there a handball there from Bowers? Referee says no. Bowers plays it inside. Oh, had to be a vital interception there from Tyrese Winter. Back in his own penalty box, but Tivoli Gardens still pressing. The delivery inside, headed away once more. And the Tivoli Gardens, they don't know when to stop. It's another orange wave as they try to get another ball out wide, and there's too much on it. And some reprieve for Molynes United.
Yeah, I just think he dwelled a bit too long on that ball. and when he decided to pass was under too much pressure and didn't effect a decent pass. But yeah, that was incessant pressure there from Tivoli, and they do look good when they go forward, and they do so in numbers. And you think they have found the right balance too as well. They don't leave themselves open too much when they do press in numbers. They always look to win the second ball, aggressive to win the ball back in a short space of time. And Coach Patrick, they're really trying to get his team to organize themselves, trying to get them back a foothold in this game, having started brightly.
Well, here's Molynes United advancing up the pitch. It's with Nelson. He's thinking of a shot, and the keeper gathers at the second attempt. But Nicholas Nelson saw the gap opening up there and decided to fire one. And Nicholas Clark, well, in the end, he managed to hold on. Chance for Molynes United again over on that far side. And just lost out there. Yep, Nelson saw the gap, decided to go for the shot, and Nicholas Clark gathering.
Yeah, would have had to have more power than that and probably go into the far side of the goal to try and beat Clark from that distance. But you know, they were camped in their penalty box for a long time, and I guess Nelson just got excited with the fact that he has got no rare opportunity. And we see the players here, all of them, majority of them, removing their footwear just to get some cool water on it. Both teams really hot conditions, and some of those rubber pellets also getting into the boots, which makes it uncomfortable as well. So it's compounded by the fact that with a lot of heat and small pellets inside of the footwear.
Well, at least they have a flat surface.
Well, that's something, but I'm pretty sure they'll tell you the other flat surface about the place that they could have been using, which would not cause so much discomfort for them.
Mind you, it's not the official water break. That actually comes up in about 4 minutes' time, but I don't know, they probably should make this as the official water break, or I can't see them having a couple, although not all the players decided to take refreshments, so I guess to be fair, they probably still have to take that official water break.
Yeah, because a lot of the water used this time wasn't internal, it was more external. So it's really hot and difficult for these players.
McCain. Garnett was trying to thread that one through. Keeps to it, banging that one high. Trying to force that one again upfield. Garnett. On that occasion, it was actually Nelson.
Yeah, that's Nelson still for you. He is always going to give you a lot of work tracking back and doing a lot on the defensive end for his team. So you make his goal scoring exploits even more extraordinary. The fact that he does so many work coming deep.
Couldn't find Ferguson on that occasion. Here's a chance now. Twisting, turning, and trying to send it out wide, but didn't quite work on that occasion, and Molynes United will go the other way. Good work coming back, but Molynes United still with it, and they may break through here. It's a chance. Wilson couldn't get the ball across. Nelson was waiting there inside the area.
Pennycook has been consistent throughout the season for this Tivoli team, and as we said earlier, just one loss to the season for this team. Pennycook has been rock solid, and we saw example of it there as he snuffed out the danger. being posed by this Molynes team. Very good defender one-on-one. Reads the game very well.
Here's a chance for Tivoli Gardens. One to aim for inside the box, or two. Clearance made. He tried to get the follow-up but couldn't. Akeem Stewart running back.
I felt Tivoli would have had 2 bites or 2 options to go for goal there. Risha Morgan was on the outside.
Oh, needed a better ball there. Nelson was almost through.
Yeah, it opened up a bit there for Molynes.
So nicely done from McCain to Anderson. Anderson going all the way back to the keeper, who has to rush his clearance. And that would only help Molynes United. Ball banged upfield. Clearance only as far as Ferguson. Ferguson loses out. McCain did well. Delicate touch from Bowers. Nelson lost it. Morgan picks it up. Morgan looking to recycle now. His captain on it. Long ball from Shavar Campbell. And it's headed away, not too far away. Nelson has it, probably needs some support as he heads to the byline. Here's Anthony Nelson. And the ball just dribbling across. And easily handled by Molynes United. Here they come again. Marvin Emmanuel. I remember him scoring a spectacular goal for St. Andrew Technical at the Stadium East Field, Marvin Emmanuel, about 3 years ago. And he, of course, was coached by Philip Williams, who is in charge of the opposition. Playing in a holding midfield road, Marvin Emmanuel has some work to do running back. McCain delivers. That's not a bad looking cross. And now here's an opportunity. Bowers looking for additional yard of space. Fires a shot, deflected, and it goes wide for a corner kick to Tivoli Gardens.
That's a good build-up play there from Tivoli Garden. Good work from the middle of the park. They attracted pressure to one side as we see the water break.
The official
water break has come up on us here now. But that play just before the water break from Tivoli, really good. We saw them attracting the pressure to one side and just switching the point of attack. And that created some advantage for them. It was more qualitative advantage there because it was a good quality player here on this side up against possibly a weaker Molynes player who switched the ball again to the other side. So it was good play from them. And Tivoli really looking good.
Yep. Probably a little bit open from time to time, Tivoli Gardens. But they're trying to express themselves, as the case with Molynes United, which is making for an interesting game between these two teams. Molynes United, of course, they have nothing in it except for pride and anticipating next season. I suppose that their pre-season begins this afternoon, Molynes United.
Pretty much, it's just two teams on two different paths here. Yeah, Molynes looking to see, as Coach Patrick says, what these youngsters have, so he knows what he'll need to do with them or add to the squad to make a greater impact next season, while Tivoli is looking to get themselves in the top 2 positions to go automatically into the semi-finals position. So yeah, both teams have something to play for, but it's so easy for teams when you don't have much pressure on you to express yourselves.
That's true.
And we see that with Molynes here. We saw it in last week with Humberline, having nothing to play for. It's arguably their best game of the season. We saw them last week against this very same Tivoli team, and so much so that Coach Price says this is food for thought for him. Maybe his team could play that way going forward. So you see a lot with your teams when they can express themselves with not much pressure. So as coaches, as we see Coach Patrick, they're just providing an environment a lot of times. Even in pressure games, you try to keep it calm for the players so they can continue to express themselves.
There's always been a question about the philosophy of Jamaica's football and how it can be translated to the clubs here, how to express themselves, how to utilize their speed, how to utilize the flanks. And it's interesting hearing, as you pointed out, Andrew Price saying that, okay, we may do this for next season, but that should be the way forward, you think?
Yeah, and even us as a people, as our culture, we like to express ourselves. We like to go out and just do a thing. And sometimes, as coaches, we have to be mindful. Sometimes we can muzzle players and stifle talent. Sometimes because we get caught in this whole tactics game, and sometimes the coaches say it's more about them than the players. But and then when you look at the season without the threat of relegation, you feel that should have been more evident with the teams this season. Wasn't the case, but we saw it a few times, and we hope that they will take the lessons from it, the coaches, and have their teams do that, because come next season again, there won't be a threat of relegation.
McCain to deliver inside. Nice turn. Ball switching the play over to the right hand side. Twisting, turning, trying to get the shot off. Not clear properly nowadays. By the way, the sprinklers actually aren't working here at the Center of Excellence. So the underfoot conditions even more difficult. I suppose they could try and get a hose though, if the sprinklers aren't working. But
so maybe those were really official water breaks to get the players' boots wet or wet the field somewhat.
Maybe. Ball over the top. Intervention by Pennycook has done well so far.
Yeah, they're a solid defender.
Here's a chance for Tivoli Gardens. The flag goes up over on that far side, signaling a free kick to Tivoli Gardens.
We've seen them looking good from open play. Let's look and see if... I think he bought that one. I think
hook, line and sinker.
Yes, I think...
But it was intelligent play. It was intelligent play to do that.
To get something out of nothing. It seemed like he wasn't going anywhere. The referee Anderson there is it that was... Assistant referee was sold.
Well, the sun has left us as the free kick for Tivoli Gardens now is upon us. There are 5 players to aim for inside the area. He needs a good delivery. Decides against it. Garnett, though, well, wasted attempt in the end. Obviously, it's something that they were trying from the training ground, but I suppose it was better executed in Tivoli Gardens.
Maybe the conditions weren't as easier as hot on the other footing, so maybe they didn't. That needed, in fact, what they were trying to do, I think, there was to create enough space to that layback. They wanted to use the obvious as a decoy, so a lot of players into the box and just playing back on the top. But what they needed to do was to go a little bit deeper into the box to create more space and more distance for the defenders to come out and close down the play. And it needed a firmer pass, which didn't come. So there are so many things wrong with that setup. So I think Coach Philip Williams there would be disappointed with the way they've executed. Not always what you do on the training ground is transferred effectively to the game. Good skill there from Nelson. Anthony Nelson, that is, for Tivoli.
There's a delivery inside the box. Not the most convincing header on that occasion from Akeem Stewart.
Yeah, didn't get it in the direction he wanted it to go.
Well, it's another corner kick to Tivoli Gardens. And they'll set more bodies inside the box. I suppose this one will be delivered inside the area. 5 players to aim for. That's not a bad looking one. It's still a chance at Tivoli Gardens. Molynes trying to defend. Here's a shot again from Garnett. And it's the same result. It's off target.
Yeah, just looking to hit it with the outside of the instep to just try and just curl it into that top corner. The corner kick didn't get past the first play, and then yeah, just looking to curl it with the outside of the left instep, curl it away, but it just went too high and further away.
Anderson went straight into the back.
It's a feature of Anderson's play. I've seen it throughout this game. He tends, as a central defender, comes into the midfield to do a lot of to engage in a lot of duels.
He is an imposing figure, if we are to be honest. Raniki Anderson.
It's a feature of his play, but maybe he could allow the midfielders in front of him to do more.
He's effective in the opposition box as well, Raniki Anderson. I remember him scoring in the Final Four on it Gardens. Was it about 4 seasons ago? Yep.
Would have been.
Collection was good from Gray, but he was in an offside position.
Beautiful collection there. So often we see players in that position trying to take it with their right foot, but he just opened his body and took it with the left and into his stride. But while he did that right, he certainly was ball watching not to see that he was in an offside position from out wide.
Looking for a good delivery here, decides to cut inside, gets the return ball. And, the return ball wasn't the best, was it?
No, not a lot of weight on it, but just too straight as well.
Yeah, and it was for Shane Thompson over at that far side. 1 goal to his name so far this season for Thompson. Dangerous customer who knows how to utilize his speed. But he has had his hands full battling with Hakeem Stewart over on that far side. Kept in play. Molynes United, what can they do now? Anderson in the way, but it really was a poor pass from Tyreek Sutherland. Should have done better with that opportunity. Here they come again. It's with Nelson. Nelson's threading it through, twisting, turning, looking for that yard of space, trying to get around Anderson, and the shot was scuffed there. Was that Winter trying to get the shot off, or was it Marvin Emmanuel in fact?
Yeah, I think Emmanuel was just caught on his heels there, wasn't anticipating the cutback, and when it came, just had to rush into it, didn't set himself for it, just was caught ball watching his teammate doing his trickery in the box. Emmanuel needed there to be alert and ready. Had he done so, would have just run onto that one and strike it.
Oh, nicely done. Clearance made. To the Gonzo, they get it back. Trying to play the one-touch football passing game. Didn't quite work out. Here's Molynes United though. Ball switched over to the right-hand side. Small decides to take the shot. And again, Nicholas Clark. You'd hope that he's in full control, but he was in control of this pass to Devroy Gray. Gray sends it across, and it's put behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, Gray on this occasion didn't really execute a good ball across the box. He's just having a little argument with his teammate, Anthony Nelson, saying that he should have reached, but Nelson is suggesting that he's coming from a very deep position, and maybe Gray should have just held it up a little bit more or cut it back.
Maybe. Ball stayed the corner kick for Tivoli Gardens at the near post, headed towards the back post.
Good work there by Pennycook. He knew he was out of position and couldn't afford to lose.
And here's again. Oh, just over. That was Pennycook from out of the back, moving like a winger inside the box. Didn't quite end up in the back of the net though.
Yeah, really good play from him. Like I said, came up for the corner and then just threw a lot of industry to win it back, and in the end it was neither a shot nor a cross.
Garnett to his captain, Campbell, further up the flank. Bowers, Morgan trying to find Bowers. Interception made. Keeper is off his line. Will get there first as he puts it into touch. He was trying to make sure it was well away from him and from his opponents, but wasn't so successful. Molynes United coming again, and the shot straight to him. Good vision there to let fly on that occasion. And here's Gray. Gray pulls it back. Big chance! Oh, it's over the top. And that should have been on target. It really should have been. Bowers running onto it. And he really should have kept that one down. That's a big opportunity for Tivoli Gardens.
Very big opportunity for them. And if Gray's first attempt before this, or setup before this one, was faulty, this one certainly wasn't. He did make the cut back this time, and Bowers just leaning back a bit too much. And again, this attack was started by Clark in goal. It was really good distribution from him. He is quick to get it out to his attacking players, and it seems to be a feature of this Tivoli Gardens team. And that's the second time in succession that he has started the attack, and it has gone to Gray on both occasions.
Thompson.
Yeah,
Gray. Not
Gray.
the best pass going forward on that occasion from Roshane Thompson.
No, the switch was really on, and Thompson should have gone to Gray again. He had peeled away from the Molynes defender, both Winter and Phipps.
With the sun leaving us, we've seen some better football.
Yeah, it's just cooling down the conditions somewhat, so the clouds overhead. We hope that they'll stay, the wind not so strong, so they'll linger for a little while.
And with that, the sun has returned.
It's found in a little hole in the clouds that are still there, Donald.
Lovely first touch, wonderful second, and the challenge from behind. Almost a little bit dangerous from Tyreek Sutherland, but really trying to man the midfield for Molynes United. Did a relatively good job just now. Ball over the top, keeper shooting that.
But on the evidence of things, Tivoli should be leading this one. Molynes, they started brightly and had the early initiative, but once Tivoli settled into the game, it was down to pretty much the pattern that you'd have come to expect, with Tivoli doing the bulk of the attack and Molynes looking to hit on the counter.
Fergus, ball over the top, the keeper is off his line, and Nicholas Clark has done really well.
Yeah, that's a sweeper, the perfect sweeper keeper there. Just came just at the edge of the box there, just made sure he wasn't out of the box when he just palmed it down to himself.
Manuel Neuer would have been pleased with that one.
Most certainly. We saw his two distribution earlier, so quite good with his footwork as well. And that is the requirement these days for keepers in modern professional footballs, that you expect the keepers to do a lot of work, just as outfield players. And we do that as coaches in our training sessions. The keepers take part a lot in those passing drills.
The keepers aren't just keeping these days, as Nelson trying to win that one from Anderson, which is always going to be difficult. And there was a push in the back, according to the referee. Ferguson not agreeing with that call. And they have to retake it, Tivoli Gardens, in the right spot.
Campbell doing well to shield there. The contact was
minimal,
yes, but I guess enough to put Campbell off, or he made it look that way. But again, in the game, once players feel any sort of contacts, then they're going to look to go to the turf.
Oh, lovely ball through, but the flag has gone up for offside. That was close.
Tivoli was very good in setting up that offside, put it that way then. They were precise with their movement if that one was offside. Nelson didn't agree with it. That's the first time that Molynes have been caught in an offside position. Tivoli twice. But yeah, that was very close, Donald.
Watch him run behind him. Watch him.
There's Tivoli. And there goes the opportunity. Not a lot the captain could do with that one.
Yeah, for the first time Clark wasn't so crisp with his passing out. And that's giving Pennycook a little of what it's given against him and his team. Just feeling the contact, going down, and to get in that free kick.
Delivered inside. Clearance made by Horatio Morgan.
But as it stands now, with these teams locked at a 0-0 position, Tivoli would move to 17 points, and that would take them into third position.
Well, here they are coming forward, looking to get 2 more points to put them in second position. Well, that's a challenge and a half from Raniki Anderson. There's the delivery. And no problems there for Leon Taylor. Lovely ball through. Nelson doesn't have the pace to beat Pennycook.
Again, Pennycook just reading the play very, very well. And
ball going along the flank now. Tried to utilize his speed. And does really well. Has one to aim for. And the cross is blocked. But really good work initially on the left-hand side by Anthony Nelson. And blazing a trail, so much so that his boots probably really hot now.
Yeah, but I think he could have done so much better having gotten into that position. He got away from the defender initially going down the flank, and then when he got inside to the penalty area, the defender dare not touch him and he skipped by him. The cutback was on, and I think what I saw him do there was to go for goal from that acute angle, and I don't think that was the wisest decision by Anthony Nelson.
Not too sure if he actually went goalwards actually, but you can see it again on the replay. Obviously utilizing his pace. The run kind of reminds me of what Gareth Bale did in a Copa del Rey game for Real Madrid.
Running off the field,
yeah,
and back on. But in justice to him there, I think he was trying to play the ball across the box, but the cutback was probably more feasible at this point. It's the outside of the right foot, I think he'll use it.
No,
yes.
He was trying to cut.
Yeah.
He was trying to play it across at least.
Across, yeah, across with the outside of the right foot. But because of the position of the defender, a cutback would have been a more feasible and probably more dangerous play.
So just 3 minutes of time to be added on. Players, I'm sure, can't wait to get another break. Go inside the dressing rooms.
I think referees as well would want to get a break.
No harm done. Goal kick to Molynes. Here they come again to the Gardens. Balls. Infringement on the play. Free kick to Tivoli Gardens with seconds on the clock. Trying to evade a couple of challenges there.
One step to your left. Yeah.
Morgan to deliver. What can be done before the halftime interval? Tivoli Gardens, the free kick, and it's headed away. Not a lot of time remaining. They have lost it, Tivoli Gardens, and it will go the other way. Ferguson. Well, the flag has gone up again.
Yeah, I think on this occasion he was offside for sure. Could see it from where I was, and
well, that's it for the first half. Not a lot to write home about, especially in terms of the goals. We haven't seen any. Well, there have been a couple of opportunities where the defense of both teams was breached. Maniki Anderson and Pennycook in particular, the partnership.
yeah, I think that's basically what's happening here. We saw them attacking numbers when they had the moment of pressure rising Molynes for a good period, but they weren't open during that period. They were winning that second ball every time Molynes tried to come out of defense. They were there to prevent that. So yeah, they're looking to find a balance.
And we're on the way for the second half. Tivoli Gardens will get us on the way here at the Centre of Excellence, and basically trying to pick up where they left off. And Molynes United pretty much trying to do the same thing with the possession. Garnett doing well to pick it up. Gray realizing that there's some space to be had, plays it to the edge of the box. Molynes United though handling it well. Ferguson picks it up, looks up, finds Nelson. Nelson across the area. Oh, that's a wonderful interception there from Pennycook.
Yeah, had he not done so, Tyreek Wilson would have had a tap in, you feel. was a good play from Nicholas Nelson. But again, as we saw on that occasion, Pinnacle, the tower of strength for this Tivoli team at the back, reads well, gets himself into very good position, and on that occasion, his recovery run was perfect.
Pennycook's challenge was worth its weight in his name. Corner kick to Molynes United at the near post. And there's another whistle on the play. And the referee is saying it's another corner kick.
Yes, signaled by the assistant referee on the far side. Ojay Duhaney wrote himself a Nemhard. He is from the west.
5 players to aim for inside the area. That's a good delivery. That's headed away, but not far away, and still a chance. Trying to do the spectacular bit inside the box, Ricardo Phipps.
And as a defender heading a ball out, you don't make connection. That's what you want. You want to get, if you don't get, you want to get height and distance. If you don't get one, you want to get the other. Got good height on it initially, and in the end it petered out.
Phipps was trying to put out something special there.
Yeah, that back flick.
Thinking that should have came off his back.
Which is why it's a back flick.
Corner, free kick rather, to Molynes United. From some way out, but we've seen these cause some trouble. Here's a look at the replay again, and Nelson collected a barge from Raniki Anderson.
Yeah,
and this could be interesting.
Isn't too much of his body there, Anderson, and it's a lot of it, so not too difficult for him to use too much of it, but Nelson there going down initially once he felt contact.
It's Tyreek Sutherland. The wall is set up. Sutherland goes along the turf, not cleared properly, still a chance. And finally, they managed to scuff a clearance. Oh, he has some space, Thompson. Sends it out wide to Gray. Gray pulls it across. And was behind the advancing Tivoli Gardens player, who was Morgan, on the back post. Now here's Molynes United. Akeem Stewart. Ball over the top. He's looking for Tyreek Wilson. Chance here for Nelson over the top. Nicholas Nelson looking for his 6th this season. Wanted to keep that one down there.
Yeah, but that's good turn and shoot from Nelson. Instinctive by him. It came across and it ran loose to him. There's only one intention on his mind. Apologetic to his teammate, but I don't think they'll give him too much stick for that one.
Well, the very best players would keep that one down. He had the space to work with. Here's a ball over the top. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment as Thompson heads to the byline. 2 to aim for. At the back post, a header. Well, there wasn't any. He was trying to run onto that one. And in the end, he came up short, literally.
Yeah, Anthony Nelson there couldn't get a touch onto it. He has a lot of hair on his head, but not as strong. Could get close to that.
Oh, that's a lovely ball through, but again, Nicholas Clark playing the sweeper keeper on that occasion. He times his run to perfection. Clark.
Yeah, it was good play from the goalkeeper there. Good all-round play there, because it was a good ball threaded through to Nelson, Nicholas Nelson. But Clark anticipated well, and that just tells you that as a goalkeeper, he switched on. Nelson had judged to have handled the ball on that occasion, under pressure from Anderson all the time. Ricky Anderson there just making his presence felt.
Anderson knows how to read the play as well. Garnett threads it wide. Ball played along the flank, almost held up in the wind there. Gray trying to beat his marker, and he gets through for his team.
Yeah, Keem Stewart sticking very close to Gray, not giving the opportunity to turn. As defenders, you say no get, no turn, no shoot for the attackers, and Gray had gotten it there, but Stewart ensured that he couldn't turn.
Bowers trying to find Morgan, headed away. Keeper has to gather before it crosses the line. Didn't want to give up the corner kick here. Picked up by Wilson. Wilson goes wide, Nelson in front of him. Wilson can't get by Odin Pennicook. The former BB Kokai player has been immense at the back.
Yes, Talbot, he is. He's certainly a rock there. And while Tivoli tried to get the substitute on, well, it seems like they're going to get it. It's Anthony Nelson who's going to make way.
Wondering if he's 100% fit. He did go down in the first half, did Anthony Nelson. And now you see that the change being made by Tivoli Gardens. Stephen Barnett coming on. Nelson. Flag up. And the yellow card will come out. And it's shown to Reniki Anderson.
Suggestion there that he blocked the path of Nelson. Just made sure that Nelson was looking with his run from in to out, just looking to collect and roll the defender. But Anderson was having none of that, and in so doing, judged to have committed an infringement worthy of a yellow card by referee Nemhard. Anderson still looking to plead his innocence.
It's probably an accumulation of a number of infringements that he would have been involved in, Reniki Anderson.
Could be as well, but again, because the attacker was looking to have a clear run in the attacking third, referee Nemhard feels that to thwart that attempt the way he did is worthy of a yellow card. But no surprise that Nelson has been fouled a lot in the last few minutes. He's definitely the go-to man for this Molynes team. 5 goals this season. If you think that's immense, if you think about it in terms of how many goals Molynes have scored.
Ball delivered inside the area, and the header is over the top. Coming in from Tyreek Wilson.
And he has had a few look-ins in the first half. Early in the game he had a few and had some tame attempts. Again, he's getting into those positions, Wilson.
Looking for his first goal this season. Had 2 goals in his debut season last year. 2 goals in 26 games, Tyreek Wilson. And of course he'll be wanting better returns. Playing in a front 2 this afternoon alongside Nicholas Nelson. Being held back, but he managed to move away. Oh, lovely ball through to Gray. Gray trying to stab that one across. Barnett doing well with his first couple of touches there for Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah, he is, but give Molynes a lot of credit here since they've come out. They've had numbers in the box. They've had them in good positions.
Thompson to deliver, and he does, just over the head of Morgan. He's missing out because of his height, Horatio Morgan, on that back post. And here's Molynes United streaming forward, and the challenge coming in like a barrier. And they will go the other way, Tivoli Gardens. Ball delivered inside. Thompson trying to pick it up. Oh, the follow through almost caught Thompson. Now it's with Garnett. Spreads it wide to Morgan. He has balls for company. Here's Molynes. And here's Nicholas Clark.
Again, as I mentioned in the first half, Oniki Anderson tends to drift into the middle of the park to make those challenges, and you feel he needs to direct his midfielders to make those challenges and not get himself pulled out of position, leaving space in behind him for runners to go into. And we saw Molynes there looking to catch him out just now. He went up, committed the foul, and they took a quick free kick and played it into the space he vacated. So I guess a little bit more discipline required, and from Renike Anderson, play more like a central defender and not drift into the middle of the park.
Stewart checking on the defenders, places one inside the area. Anderson goes down. It's a chance for Nelson. Nelson lays it on a platter. Wilson, the challenge coming in, a desperate attempt, and the whistle goes, and it's going to be a free kick to Tivoli Gardens. But what a challenge that was, coming in from Garnett, I believe.
Yeah, Garnett is the one who's on the floor there after Renike Anderson just couldn't keep his balance. Very, very vital challenge there. It literally took it off the toe of Wilson.
Indeed he did. Wilson's eyes must have lit up when he saw the opportunity there to let fly.
It certainly did. Took a long time, but he's attesting that took it off his toe, but in doing so got a little off his toe, but certainly got the bulk of the ball there, and I don't think enough to warrant a penalty. And again, the Molynes looking to exploit the mobility or lack thereof from Renike Anderson. Looking to isolate him, and that's in football terms, we call it qualitative superiority, where you get a strong player to go 1v1 against a weaker opponent. And I think Molynes feel like if they can isolate Renike more, then they could get some joy.
Ball couldn't reach Thompson on that occasion. Wilson just nipped in there. Oh, nice first touch from Nelson to Ferguson, back to Nelson. Nelson heads to the byline, trying to pull that one across, and Anderson was there, was in the way again. Didn't come off on that occasion. Wilson, who's been more involved in this game, Tyreek Wilson. Oh, delightful ball across, but the flag goes up, offside against
Small.
Molynes United, and O'Neill Small, who has made his way up the pitch there.
Molynes looking bright in the second half. Much more activities in the attacking third.
Here's Sutherland. Anderson not with the best of clearances, but effective. On his laurels there was Garnett. Now it goes the other way. Nelson was thinking of the shot and then robbed of the ball. Is it Morgan there with defensive duties? Yeah, it was.
It was Morgan who, really, in terms of size, was not favoured to win it from Nelson, but did well.
Stewart. Small. Small delivers. Headed away by Pennicutt. Picked up by Ferguson. The challenge coming in from McCain. Striding forward now. Trevon McCain trying to place that ball through the middle. The ball is going to be difficult for Barnett. Marvin Emmanuel now. Ferguson against McCain. Ferguson does well. 1-2 with Nelson. Nelson pulls it across. Ferguson! It was brilliant interplay over on that far side between Nelson and Ferguson. But the finish wasn't of the same quality.
And couldn't have been of the same quality as well, because it gave Campbell some credit for Tivoli. He really came across and made it difficult for Ferguson. But a good play down the flank here and a good ball, good cut back there. But just put off, I think. That's what you ask your defenders to do. Just get into the way. Just give the attacker something to think about. And just went across the eye line. Did Campbell. And Ferguson put off by it and his shot went over.
Oh, nice touch wide to Barnett. Gray's begging for it. Gray inside the box, deflected away from him. Gray on the turn, wide of the mark.
So pretty much end to end from these two teams. It has been Molynes predominantly since the start of the second half, but Tivoli now looking to do the reverse role and to play out on the counter here. But good ball again into the box. Gray just put off by the touch from the defender, and in the end couldn't wrap his foot around it to get that shot on goal to give Taylor some work. A substitution coming up for Tivoli, their second of the game.
Yeah, Bowers is going to be coming off, it appears. Jermaine Bowers. Jermaine Teddy Johnson will make an appearance for Tivoli Gardens. The veteran on the park, their number 10. Can he provide the difference? There's about 26 minutes to do, so another change is going to be made. Awasia Morgan's time is up. And Rodiko Wellington is now on. They're going for it, Tivoli Gardens. And they've given Wellington and Jermaine Johnson and Stephen Barnett, of course, before them some time. Another change. Davian Garrison is now on. So they're shaking things up, Tivoli Gardens, in the hope that there is a breakthrough. Thompson is off for Tivoli Gardens.
You see Molynes, they're dominating the possession in the second half, and it's reflective of the good play they've had. A lot of it to a good possession in that final third, 53% of the possession to them, to 47 for Tivoli. And like I said, it has been in good areas.
Well, here's Molynes United. It's with Nelson. Nelson trying to be provider, looking for the handball as well. It wasn't going to go his way.
I don't think Nelson realized that Nicholas Clark had come off his line, and Soto would have been in no man's land, because Nelson he had the ball well under control, and had he recognized that in his peripheral vision, could have just dinked it over. So easy for attackers when the goalkeeper come and it makes up your mind much more easier. I didn't recognize that on that occasion, Nelson. Missed opportunity.
Problem is his back was towards goal, so he probably wouldn't have realized until really late, and he didn't quite have the ball under control. Still a chance though.
It is.
Wellington. Challenge coming in from Barnett. Was looking to win the throw for his team.
And a water break taken or given by referee Nemhard. Could hear Stewart from Molynes suggesting that it's needed. But it has been a good display from Molynes in the second half, really taking the game to Tivoli, and a lot of that attacking impetus have come through Nicholas Nelson. No surprise to that. And we could say as well that Tyrese Winter has had a few look-ins as well himself. And you feel one of the best opportunities came to him, but the ball was nipped off his toes.
Which team do you think more likely to score based on the opportunities so far in this game?
You've asked me this question in the first half. I'd say Tivoli for sure. No, it looks more likely for Molynes. They're the ones who have carved out the better opportunities in this second half. I think they started out looking like they were playing the 4-3-2-1. They've gone with 2 up front and seems to have at times 5 at the back. Somewhere 5-3-2, but in that event you saw on one occasion, I heard you mentioning that Small had gone way upfield. He's their right back, so they're looking to push on with their 2 wing backs and having 2 players present up front. So I think a little tweaking took place, and they're looking more fluent in how they go about doing their job in the second half. So yeah, they look the team most likely to score, but as long as you don't score in your moments of dominance, then you leave the opportunity for the opponent to come back and snatch something from it.
So play is about to restart after the official water break in the second half. Tivoli Gardens shaking up their front line a bit. The likes of Johnson, Barnett, Wellington. They have joined Devroy Gray up top. There's Teddy Johnson, wily player, still very much effective. Good to see the players playing with smiles on their faces as well, enjoying the football, enjoying the show that they're putting on.
Yeah, as we said earlier, much easier when pressure is off.
Yeah.
I think yesterday you would have seen firsthand how tense it was for players from Harbourview.
And the coaching staff as well, to
exactly.
be honest. Johnson. Flag has gone up for offside against Barnett. 3 offsides apiece in this one so far. Now there's a coming together there, and it is going to be a free kick, and a yellow card is out.
There's a good ball over the top from Barnett, finding his fellow substitute, Garrison. Good pick out, defenders running back with ball. Played over the shoulder there.
If Tivoli Gardens fail to win, there is an opportunity for Cavalier and Veer United to move into that second spot, which will mean that the second game will be even more interesting.
Yeah, a lot more on it too, and hopefully that doesn't stop the free flow.
Well, here's a free kick. Wellington finds the ball. They're appealing for a handball. Nothing doing there. Wellington will try to deliver again. Oh, nice turn, but Barnett is offside.
Yeah, I took that well, Barnett, but just it's coming from an offside position to collect that one. But have to admire the technique.
Yeah, so if the score remains the same, Tivoli Gardens will be on 17 points, just 1 point behind Mount Pleasant, who are in second spot at the moment, on 18 obviously. But Cavalier and Veer United, they are on 15 points. Any win would do for either of them to leap over Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, when you look at the goal difference, that's where the issue would be for Mount Pleasant, because they only have a +3. So too Veer, so if they win, then you know they would have increased that.
Chance for Molynes United. Nelson over on that far side was under pressure all the time. Stewart. Sutherland. Wellington picks it up, looking for the runners. Chance here for Tivoli Gardens. Oh, he has the space to work with. Fabulous save. It was Deborah Gray cutting across, trying to fire that one into the far post, just inside the far post. But he had to go down low and made a fabulous top, did Leon Taylor.
Just wondering if it was creeping into that bottom corner. Might just be hitting the post and going in or just out, but yeah, Taylor wouldn't have known that and had to make sure.
Corner kick taken. It's a chance, and Pennycook couldn't get a lot behind that one, the defender.
Yeah, but Taylor, before the corner kick, needed a strong hand and parry to round the post, and he did put that in there. But we did say if Tivoli were to get on this score sheet, Gray and Morgan would be involved. Well, Morgan since exited the field. Gray is still there and remains a threat.
Here's Wellington. Chance here for Garrison. Garrison's shot is blocked. They just managed to clear it out of their own penalty area. Lovely cut inside from Campbell. It's with Wellington, deflection. And he holds on to it, Leon Taylor.
I think that was Teddy Johnson there who struck that one. Probably hit into the turf a bit.
Tivoli Gardens' percentage to score has gone up.
Yeah, I think he just kicked into the turf somewhat, Teddy Johnson. Taylor making that one safe. Meantime, Molynes have made a substitution.
Ferguson is off, yeah.
Yeah, and Brown in. Also coming out will be O'Neill Small. They've done a lot of running. Sean Livingston comes in instead.
There's a chance. A big opportunity here, and was under pressure all the time, wasn't he, from McCain?
Yeah, so much so that he just lost his footing at the point of contact. That was a good opportunity for Molynes.
Yeah, what an introduction that would have been for Livingston, though. Sutherland. Oh, lovely ball played through, but again, good read from Nicholas Clark.
Yeah, Clark anticipating quite well. He might think that his defence line is too open for his liking.
Here comes Molynes United once more. Sutherland inside! And it's put across the line. Wilson has had chance after chance. And finally he has put one away. Tyreek Wilson with the go-ahead goal for Molynes United.
Yeah, you did ask Donald which team looks most likely to score. And as I said, on the run of play in the second half, it certainly was Molynes. And again, it is Nelson who is involved in this one, setting up the play nicely from the right side, playing that ball into Tyreek Sutherland, who then set up Wilson. And Wilson just bundled it over the line. For a moment there, I felt the opportunity had gone from him. But in the end, he used all of his body to get it over the line. And Clark finally beaten. I was just saying that Clark would not have liked how porous his defence was looking. And moments after that, he was picking the ball out the back of his net.
Molynes United, they have threatened and they have the goal to show for it.
Molynes here just looking comfortable on the ball, stroking it around, attracting pressure to one side, switching the point of attack. And that's so disappointing from
Javon Brown.
Yeah, he was way outside watching the play, maybe just was ball watching and was a spectator. It seems he hasn't realized that no spectators are allowed in the ground. And he was a spectator on that occasion, just watching and drifting into that offside position.
The goal scorer needing some attention from off the bench. His strike proven to be the difference in this one. Tyreek Wilson. First goal this season for the 22-year-old. Was mentioning that last year in his debut season, 2 goals in 26 appearances for Tyreek Wilson. And, he's up and running, although it's the final game of the season for Molynes United.
His ratio will be a little bit better. It'll be, what, 10 games?
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a little bit better. Almost cut it in half, or better than half. So yeah, he would be pleased with that, you feel, if any. But he got a lot of chances in this game, finally putting one away. And he would have been disappointed if he were to, the game would have should have ended and he would not have gotten on the score sheet. And worse if his team would have lost.
The glimpses that we've seen, though, looking forward to seeing Molynes United next season. You just have to hope that they are able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and play with the freedom that they've done today. And as Coach Patrick says, just trust the younger players. With a few seniors.
Well, a lot of politics could happen in the off-season. We'll get back to that in just a moment as Garrison is there. Looking to deliver and does! What a header! Managed to get there just in time. to nudge that towards goal. Stephen Barnett, he was unmarked. And Leon Taylor, who's done really well in goal, he had a hand on it, but could not keep it out.
It was a very, very good play from Tivoli. And the ball played out wide, and good chase there from Garrison. And once he got there and settled himself, that's what you want to see. Didn't just put a cross into the box. He picked out Barnett at the near post, and the header was sublime. Taylor could only but parry it in his goal.
Yep, there was a lot of power in that. Tivoli Gardens now still need that one goal, but here's a chance for Molynes United. Can't keep it in on that occasion. Sean Livingston.
Coming on. And it's good when you can turn to your bench and get good quality off it, and it's going to serve Tivoli well, whether they get straight into the semi-finals or have a playoff to do.
Sutherland does well. Ball played through. It almost came across. And Brown was trying to get on the end of that one. McCain heading that one away. Wellington plays it forward. The Teddy Johnson moves by his marker. Still Johnson striding forward. Spreads it out wide. Garrison is there. 2 to aim for inside the box. It's at the back post. It's headed away. Now it's with Johnson trying to flick it over the head of his defender, and was unsuccessful in doing so.
And the little I've seen from Garrison seems to have a good delivery in his foot there. Didn't have the time to settle himself to pick someone up, but still was a telling cross into the box, and had enough pace on it that if the defender didn't get a head onto it, the attacker just needed to redirect it.
Sutherland did really well there as he controlled and sent it out wide. But McCain now has it, nods it to Garnett. Garnett looks up and sees Garrison along the flank, has some space to work with. It's the goal scorer Barnett. Barnett making a run inside the box, needs to pull this across, and it's straight into the hands of Leon Taylor, who bags it upfield looking for Nelson. Pennycook with the header.
And I think he was controlling that, Pennycook. He's really done well in this game. It's been a rock, oh, you call it a mountain at the back.
Johnson playing it out wide, and the flag goes up against Devroy Gray.
Yeah, and Gray getting a mouthful or more from his technical team, suggesting that he shouldn't have been offside.
Here's Molynes United. Ball played into Brown. Brown trying to nut that one across. They're appealing for a handled ball against the Tivoli Gardens captain. Brown still on it. Dings this one inside the box. The attacking header. Anderson did enough to head it away, but still Molynes United on it. And the challenge from Livingston is late.
Yeah, it was going to be difficult to play that cutback ball on that occasion to Tyree. The defender there is Kevin Garnett, who came back, just got himself between man and ball and initiated contact, and it was a free kick, and Tivoli bailed out.
Tivoli Gardens, they need that goal, don't they?
Based on the objectives, yes.
Ball played wide. Wonderful stop to Garrison. Garrison again, Taylor with the save. Again had to make himself big and denied Garrison with an outstretched leg. Still Tivoli Gardens. Oh, they're desperate for this goal as Garrison cuts inside the box. Comes out as far as Johnson, who probably was thinking of the shot. Wellington went for the shot, and it's deflected behind for a corner kick to Tivoli Gardens.
So often we've seen 40-odd passes from left to right in the air, but that one was all along the turf. But it was a peach of a pass, and that pass was deserving of a goal. But I credit Taylor, made himself big, but the pass was something to admire.
Johnson not helping the situation, I'm sure. In trying to get Ricardo Phipps onto his feet. He's going to require some attention from the bench, the defender.
But again, what we've seen from Tivoli, Donald, they went a goal down. They were looking quite passive, as I suggest. They weren't looking the likelier team to score. Molynes scored, and just like that, we see a substitution here. It's Wilson. McInnes comes in. Wilson out. The goal scorer. It was just a follow through there that caught him on the knee. Tivoli just changed a gear, aided by the substitutes that they have brought onto the field. Two of them combining to give them the equalizer. So, in that breath, it's good sign. But before that, I think Coach Williams might be a little bit concerned of how his team looked before they conceded the goal.
Corner kick to Tivoli Gardens at the back post. The shot coming across and the deflection, and the shot in the end wide of the mark.
I think it was Pennycook who has come close again. Remember in the first half, Pennycook is the one who got the ball across.
Or maybe it was Barnett there as well. It was headed across, and then the shot came, and I think Barnett tried to just stick a leg out.
Tivoli, they're coming very close.
So Pennycook was the one who fired that across, and Barnett
It then looked to redirect it on goal. And then it also, Garrison was the player at the far post looking to get a touch on it again. So close. For three players from Tivoli. Wasn't three-time lucky for them.
so very close. There's a delivery inside, and no problems there for Nicholas Clark. Sutherland. High, not handsome. So we're making another change. Garnett is coming off. He's been okay in this game, Garnett.
Yeah, has been good value today.
Dasha Satchel coming on for Tivoli Gardens. Here's the delivery from Molynes United inside, headed away. Nelson plays it across. Still a chance, and the attempt is wide from Sutherland.
Yeah, I think Sutherland there was just going for more placement than power, looking to curl it into the top corner. Just wide of the mark, with 4 minutes of time added on. We've gone over 30 seconds. We're into the first minute of that one.
Here's McCain for Tivoli Gardens. Looking for the give and go, didn't quite work out with Barnett, but McCain continued his run, goes to the turf, and Molynes United They can come away with it. Sends it long to Nelson. Has Anderson behind him. Nelson, the flag will go up for offside. Molynes United will probably want to make better use of their possession.
Credit to both teams, they're looking for the win. Well, there's enough incentive though for Tivoli. Tivoli wants to get the automatic spot into the semi-final.
If they get that goal, it's theirs. Wellington, handle ball. Stuart was saying that wasn't his hand, but the referee was right there.
Yeah, outstretch as well. It's Tivoli with all the urgency now.
Last chance saloon for semi-final spot. Teddy Johnson dings this one inside the box, and it's headed behind for a corner kick. What can happen here? Rodico Wellington has gone across to take this one. The likes of Gray and Garrison and Reniki Anderson inside the box. Pennycook is also going up there. Bodies to aim for. The keeper gets a hand on it. Comes out as far as Johnson. Johnson sends it back inside and the header is over the top. It's a goal kick to Molynes United.
Yeah, it's all Tivoli at the moment, but yeah, it's a good attempt from Gray. That would have come at him very quickly. It was a shot from Teddy Johnson, but Gray just thinking very quickly there, trying to get that one on target. If he could just redirect it, didn't need much power. Just needed a flick of the head, the neck muscles, and try and redirect it, but probably came at him too quickly.
Here's a chance for Molynes United, and the shot from Livingston is blocked. Here's Sutherland driving that one wide. Seconds to go in this one. Dwight Jeremiah. A lot of individuals contending for the player of the game. But I agree with you in terms of what Odin Pennycook has done. Has been absolutely immense for Tivoli Gardens at the back.
And even when he has gone forward, he has seen some good opportunities fall in his way, creating some as well. And we saw just moments ago, but he has been solid at the back. And we've seen goals from Wilson and the substitute coming on, Garnett, but throughout the duration of the game, you feel that Pennycook has been consistently good.
Leon Taylor, the goalkeeper for Molynes United, has also been pretty steady, making a few saves as well.
Yeah.
Got a hand to the effort from Barnett, but I don't think he could have done a lot with that one from the header from close range.
And also Clark in goal for Tivoli. A number of occasions has come forward to the attacks, those through balls, playing like a sweeper keeper. So yeah, a number of good performances throughout the game, but I just think Pennycook was good.
That's it for this one. Tivoli Gardens missing an opportunity to get a bye into the semis. They've been held to a 1-1 draw. They had to come from behind to do it. Barnett scoring the equalizer after Tyreek Wilson had given Molynes United the lead in this one.